Good afternoon, honorable members. We are going to start with our meeting in the next 2 minutes. We just waiting for other members to log come in so that we start the program. We are going to start exactly in time. 5:02 we start the meeting. Thanks. Good afternoon, honorable members. Let me take this opportunity to heartily welcome.
Recording in progress.
This meeting is very much important. It is actually a continuation of a number of meetings that we held in respect of Metsimaholo Local Municipality. And last week at our meeting, the NEC, we excluded a number of stakeholders in respect of Metsimaholo, and that in our discussion on Thursday, we then resolved that as part of this ongoing process, we will engage both the external and internal stakeholders in the municipality of Metsimaholo. Now, what we are going to do is to engage. Firstly, when I look at the attendance register, I see members of parliament in attendance. It's myself, Honorable Karen Pesser, Honorable Mikalakis, Honorable Sileti, Honorable Motamai, Honorable Arthur Butler, Honorable Shai, Honorable Zandamela, Honorable Nita is using another gadget that I don't know. I'm sure she's part of this meeting as well. I see the MEC, Honorable MEC of Cooperative in the Free State, Honorable Tembeni, Kaivisa. I see some officials from the department. I'm also advised that in this meeting we have the leadership of the municipality of Metsimaholo. We also have both internal and external stakeholders to the municipality. I don't want this meeting to be very, very long. I'm going to say this meeting by sketching out the background, and thereafter I will spell out exactly what is it that must happen. And please listen to me carefully, because what I'm raising with you is very, very critical to the proceeding of this meeting and on how it must unfold. Around February last year, the Provincial Exco of the Free State invoked Section 139 1B of the Constitution in Metsimaholo Local Municipality. Intervention was as a result of, in the view of the government, there's a person called Jack Malindi. Jack Malindi, can you just mute your gadget, please?
Okay, thank you.
Thank you very much, Commander. I was saying that as a result, according to the provincial government, I'm talking the version of the provincial government, there were persistent problems in the municipality, problems which warranted the intervention of Section 1391B. This means, again, Mr. Jack Malindi, Mr. Jack Malindi, please. Yes. Again, just look at your gadget closely. You'll realize that it is giving problems. I was saying that there was that intervention. According to the provincial government, they notified all the stakeholders, but there are two key stakeholders that they must inform. And one is the Minister of Cooperative, and two is the LCOP. And that must happen within 14 days. According to the provincial government, the minister received the notice of intervention, and the minister intervened by approved the intervention. Now, in our records, we were not convinced as the LCOP that the municipality had followed all the processes, including the time frames. And as a result of that, we didn't approve the intervention, which means, in terms of the law, once the NCOP disapproves the intervention, it gets terminated.
So we cannot hear you.
We cannot hear you.
We lost you, Chair.
Chairperson.
Sandamela Kuba. Chair.
Chairperson,
Emfundini,
Kuba
lento
kanamandla
iyatshisa
ke.
mfundini, uyayibona kaloku ineengxaki ezingakanani. Sileko.
Chairperson,
Chairperson, I'm trying to contact the
Recording
chairperson.
stopped.
Yeah, please.
Is no longer there.
Chairperson, can you rejoin?
Yesileko.
Yes, Chair. Yes, Hlalo.
Khawuvusa uchairperson ngenzeka ulalile ngale.
Chairperson,
The Honorable Zandamela.
Chairperson,
Yebo.
Honorable Zanamela, the chair, they contacting him to reconnect. If you could just give him a moment, please.
Okay. No, I thought you were taking over, Honorable Sheikh. Sleko has already given you powers to continue.
Okay. Sorry, honorable members, the chair was got cut. He's going to rejoin in a minute. Honorable Bartlett. Honorable members?
We heard you, Honorable.
Yeah, the chair will join now. He just had a problem.
Thank you very much.
Thanks, Honorable Bartlett.
Thanks, Chair.
Thanks, Honorable Bartlett. Thank you so much.
Chairperson,
It's going to be so difficult for the chairperson to return back.
Honorable members, I apologize for what has happened.
Recording in progress.
The network here is very, very terrible. I apologize for what has happened. If you allow me, can we proceed with the meeting? I was sketching out the background. I apologize for what has happened. Can we proceed with the meeting? I was sketching out the background of what has happened. I was at the point where I say, as the LCOP, we didn't approve intervention by the provincial government.
Chairperson,
Sorry?
Chairperson, you are not audible enough.
Am I not audible enough? Can you hear me now? Is it better?
Here we can. I propose you switch off your camera to improve your.
Sure.
Yes, thank you very much. I was at a point where I was explaining the fact that because we didn't approve the intervention that was made in February, it meant that there was no intervention by the provincial government of the Free State in Malutiapofu. We are told that the Provincial Executive Council, led by the Premier of the province, met on the 10th of December again in 2020, where a decision was taken to place Metsimaholo again, and they resolved that they will retable the process to the NCOP and to the minister. That was done. We are informed that the NCOP was informed on the 23rd of December, which was okay. Now we are at a point where we need to take a decision whether we approve the intervention or not. The provincial government has presented to us what has happened since then, and for the purpose of this meeting, I'm going to request the MEC to take only 5 minutes because he has informed us quite sufficient about the reasons why they placed the municipality under administration. After the MEC has done so, we will then afford the stakeholders in Metsimaholo, including the municipality. If the political parties are there, we are going to afford each political party a very short period of time, less than 5 minutes each, to address us. If there are external stakeholders, we will afford them the opportunity to also address us. If there are unions in this meeting, we will also afford them the opportunity to address us. Each party here will be afforded not more than 5 minutes. Just go to the point and state your view on the intervention, whether you support it or not. What are your experiences in terms of the intervention and what happened? Based on that assessment, the committee is going to meet, elaborate on what you have indicated to it, and take a decision whether to support, to approve or not to approve the intervention. I hope that is very, very clear. This is how we are going to proceed with this meeting. Yeah, this is how we are going to proceed with the meeting. Without wasting any time, let me hand over to the MEC, as I indicated, to just round up the discussion and the presentation that we made for the benefit of those who didn't attend the meeting itself. Very, very short, to the point, so that we allow more time for other stakeholders, especially the political parties, the union, and other stakeholders, if they are there from outside, to address this meeting on those particular things. Over to you, MEC.
Thanks, Chair, and good afternoon to honorable members and political parties and councillors. And Chair, may I make 2 requests just before I do this summary? One is that if the administrator or the host can change my name, I'm not able to reset or to change properly. I am captured there as ANCPEC. I'm trying to rework that thing. The system this side is failing me. And 2, Chair, my other request is that can I do this summary quickly without showing my face on the camera? Those are the only 2 requests I'm making, Chair. Chair?
Okay, thank you. Yeah, yes, you can proceed. It's okay.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, thanks for the opportunity again, and honorable members, and that we made a brief presentation as per the invitation by the select committee, to really make a clarity or a retabling on the procedural and substantive matters relating to section 1391B of the constitution of the country in Metsimaholo Local Municipality. We did make reference, Chair, to section 160 of the Constitution of the Republic, which enjoins us that, amongst other things, subsection 1A, municipal council makes decision concerning to the exercise of all the powers and the performance of all the functions of the municipality, and D of that says may employ personnel that are necessary for the effective and performance of its function. We also made reference to section 56 of the Municipal Systems Act, which expands the above point by addressing the appointment of managers directly accountable to the municipal manager. Chair, part of the presentation we made is that Metsimaholo Council, since its election in 2017, has not appointed such managers as stated above. And to make matters worse, in Metsimaholo, they had placed on the 3rd of July 2018 their own municipal manager on suspension with full pay. The municipality had operated for some time with middle managers acting as section 56 managers and even acting municipal manager and accounting officer. The municipality policy on acting appointments bars the appointment of anyone appointed below the level of senior manager to act as a municipal manager. Clearly, the practice in Metsimaholo was in contravention of the Constitution and at least two very important pieces of legislation, the Systems Act and the Municipal Finance Management Act, including the municipality's own policy on acting appointments. In resolving the impasse, we seconded an official to support the municipality. And in terms of section 154 of the Constitution, he was duly appointed by the executive mayor for a period of 3 years, for a period of 3 months, sorry, from 18 November 2021. His work was made very difficult by some officials who wanted the abnormal practice of appointing people against the municipality own policies to continue, even going to courts supported by some councillors. A council meeting on the 9th December, which was going to consider entirely a report on the filing of vacant positions of senior managers, was disrupted. And the contract of the official seconded to and subsequent appointed as the acting municipal manager came to an end on the 17th February 2020. The Executive Council invoked section 139 of the Constitution in the affairs of Metsimaholo Local Municipality in its meeting of 11 February 2020. On the 20th of February, we went to Metsimaholo Municipality. I personally had to represent the executive and present the decision of the executive. You already stated that we communicated with the NCOP, the Minister and the Free State Legislature on the 25th of February 2020 about the intervention. So we wish to indicate that the Select Committee is further requested to note that even Section 139 was contested by some within the Municipal Council and its administration. In that regard, we approached the Free State High Court to set aside the council meeting that took place, and after we had communicated the EXCO resolution to the Municipal Council. This is after I've went to council and communicated the decision of EXCO. We wish to state that the High Court ruled in our favor and declared the municipality duly under administration at the end of August 2020. In October 2020, the Free State NCOP delegation invited us, which is yourself and the leadership of the municipality, to come and make a presentation before. And the NCOP delegation was unanimous on the need for us to expedite the appointment of senior managers and to resolve the protracted legal matter between the municipality and municipal manager. Although the appointment of senior managers was one of the substantive matters of the intervention, in November 2020, the intervention team prepared a roadmap for the appointment of senior managers for consideration by the municipal council. When the municipal council refused to cooperate on this matter, the intervention team approached the MEC in line with the terms of reference, and particularly clause 8 of this appointment letter, which basically gives the executive representative the power to appoint senior managers in such instances. A report was submitted to EXCO on the 20th of December 2024. EXCO inter alia confirms the intervention in affairs of Metsimaholo Municipality. EXCO mandate representative uplifted the suspension of the municipal manager and note that the recruitment and selection process for the position of senior managers has been started. It is on this basis of the first resolution in the above mentioned bullet that we are retabling the intervention. This is what we really indicated to the committee, sir. And honorable member, we emphasize just lastly that the following were raised as substantive matters and the time the municipality was initially placed under intervention, 11 February. Scheduling of council meeting, but eventually abandoned. Vacant position of senior managers from 31 December 2017 to 1 June 2018. Alleged political interference into the administration, regression in audit outcomes, regression in governance oversight, deterioration in systems of internal controls, high concern of financial viability, and areas of high concern and possible irregularity. So this is why we made the presentation of retabling that. Despite the notable progress, we still feel that we must consider the administration for at least a period of until October 2021. This is to finalize filling of positions of senior managers, which is already on an advanced stage and the process has begun. And we have, of course, attended to the issue of the municipal manager, who his suspension was uplifted. We now have a qualified audit outcome as a qualification for 2019-2021. So we are convinced that the other substantive matters will be addressed through the appointments of senior managers. A further progress report, as we promised, will be constantly submitted to all stakeholders, including the select committee. Thank you very much, Chair. Those are just recap our presentation and our stance. Thank you very much. Chair, I have concluded the presentation. If you hear me, thank you.
Yeah. Yes, that's my fault. I thought that I'd flighted my gadget. Thank you very much for the presentation. It's welcome. We are now going to proceed to listen to different players. I'm starting with the internal stakeholders about what has transpired. And I'm going to invite the political parties to speak to us in respect of this. I'll start with the South African Communist Party. The SICP. Is there a member of the South African Communist Party here? No. I've seen a member of the EFF. EFF? I don't know because there's no feedback that I get. The EFF, I've seen a member of the EFF.
Can you hear us, Chair?
Yes, I'm listening. Is that
Hello. Yeah. Hello.
Mr. Malefani,
Hello, Chair.
Yes, yes.
Hello, Chair.
Hello.
This is Councillor Lebohang Semonyo from Metsimaholo, as SACP.
Oh,
yes, I'm representing SACP. And then I struggled, to get through, but now I'm through. Can you, Chair, brief me a little bit what is expected from me?
You'll hear as others speak what is the situation, but in short, tell us about your view. Tell us your view about the intervention. What is your understanding of the intervention? Whether is it a good intervention or not? Whether you support it or not? And what could be done to solve the problems of Metsimaholo? And that must be done within 5 minutes. Yes, let me start with the others who had listened to me first, and then maybe after parties, I'll afford you the opportunity to start. I see the hand of Councillor Msimang Malefani, will be followed by F4SD President MJ Kekana, and then you'll be followed by the SACP in that order. Let me take the first three political parties. Over to you, Councillor Malefani.
Oh, Chair, I'm not a councillor. I'm a leader of a political party by the name of EFF. I'm not sure as to whether you are starting internal or external.
I wanted to start internally first.
Okay, it's fine. I will give a chance to councillors and then I will come. Okay.
Look, how we moving forward, and I'm sure I can waiver that right. EFF is a unitary organization. It must speak as EFF. If you are there and you want to speak on behalf of the EFF, and the EFF is represented within the council, you speak once. I will not afford the agency to speak outside and inside. One can see. And I'm ready to waiver if members agree. I'm ready to waiver that whether you come from inside or from outside, you represent the view of that political party. That political party must speak once.
Chairperson?
Yes. Yes, I'm listening.
Yes, my name is Councillor April. Can you hear me, Chairperson?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yes, so our position as the EFF in Metsimaholo,
yes,
we are rejecting Section 139, and we have outlined all our reasons as to why are we not in support of Section 139, because as the MEC Tembeni indicated, He came to our municipality overnight, just invoking Section 139 of the Constitution to Metsimaholo. And as councillors, we are very clear in that sitting that we are rejecting that Section 139 because firstly, he started by seconding an official as the municipal manager without the approval of a council resolution. And we indicated to the MEC Tembeni that what he was doing was not in line in terms of the laws applicable for local government. So instead of correcting the mess that he have done, he came with Section 139 saying he's putting us under one Section 39. So we requested the MEC Tembeni to indicate a single municipality in the Free State to indicate how did Section 139 assist Mafude, how did it assist Maluti Apofung. The MEC failed to explain to the Council of Metsimaholo as to what were reasons for them to invoke Section 139. What the MEC Tembeni is saying is not true to say council meetings were not sitting. So Metsimaholo is a multi-party council and a multi-party governance. So MEC Tembeni is unable to have a sense of acceptance of the nature of our municipality as Metsimaholo, to say that different debates and opinions and policy of the organizations must be debated within our council. So it's not true that council meetings are not sitting. We debate every day. We debate issues of council in the best interest of people every day. So as EFF, we are still rejecting the retabling of Section 139. Thank you.
Thank you very much. You represented your view as the EFF very eloquently. F4SD.
Thank you, Chairperson Ndate China Dodofu. Thank you very much. From the point of Forum for Service Delivery, as we are the coalition partner in that municipality, we wholeheartedly reject the intervention because of simple reasons. One of the reasons is that we are left with less than 120 days for elections, and that will deny the current council sitting to wrap up its affairs and hand a very viable municipality to the current coming administration. And again, since the upliftment of the municipal manager and Molala, so there's a stability, there's quite a stability. And also the MEC rightfully said there's an improvement whereby the municipality received qualified report within 3 or 4 weeks. The municipal directors will be appointed and all that. So if there's an improvement, why do you want to put an intervention? You know, the report by the MEC is actually contravening himself within the very same report that he was giving. And we've got what we call PMS, whereby the coalition partners, we meet, and if we've got problems and we get them trashed there. That's why there's a stability. The acting municipal managers and administrators that are brought in, they're the ones who are causing problems in that municipalities, because they work against the council, they work against everyone. You know, it's like they're coming there to serve their own interest, selfish interest, or I don't know what's happening. So we as Forum, we are very clear, we reject it, and we don't want to be part of that intervention. Thank you, Chairperson.
Thank you very much. Very good. So, SICP, I'm sure you've heard the line. Over to you.
Thank you, Chair. I just want to put a record straight. I don't think what Councillor Abraham Taung and the latter speaker are saying is true. In fact, I will start with the non-sitting of council meeting. which was caused, the disruption was caused by EFF several times. And what is also worse, they did not attend council meeting for a period of 6 months, and nothing was done about that. And the report was brought to council, and we were expecting that report to have served in the office of the MEC to indicate that these councillors, for a period of 6 months, they did not attend council meeting without an apology. So I don't know what they are talking about if they want to indicate that things are normal. Secondly, I want to put the record straight again that these councillors of EFF are the ones who have been issuing sites at Moy Drive, illegally so. Because in terms of the decision of council, they were not allowed, in fact, to go to Moy Drive and allocate sites. Thirdly, the point that I'm also raising about them, they entered the municipality and attacked the workers of this municipality while they were at work, and claiming that we don't have a council. And therefore,
Order, Chair. Order, Chair.
Chairperson.
This is out of order. You must also
Order.
the meeting is out of order.
Focus on the agenda for today's meeting.
Chairperson, what I'm indicating is why I indicate that we are supporting
on section 110.
Remove this man, he's out of order, out of the meeting.
No, you can't say that. You can't say that. You have not mandated me.
Moy Drive is not part of the agenda. Moy Drive is not part of the agenda of the city.
Chairperson.
Point of order.
Yes.
Chairperson.
Please allow me to chair the meeting first.
Okay.
Please allow me to speak first. You will come with your point of orders and what's not.
Yes.
Honorable Councillor of Metsimaholo.
All your meeting.
Honorable councillors, with due respect of Metsimaholo, we have invited you to this meeting to share with us your views. This is not the council of Metsimaholo, with due respect. If you are still fighting and you fight all the time, not in this platform, I urge you, can you please respect the protocols of this meeting and to call a point of order, I will listen to you. But please, beg you, respect the process of the meeting if you want a very fruitful meeting to obtain results. Councillor Simon, you are wrapped up. You've made your point. We've heard you.
Thank you, Chair.
About to exceed the 5. Yeah, thank you very much.
Chair,
we heard you. And
Chair,
the next councillor comes.
Chair,
please wait.
Chair,
and the next councillor comes. Focus on the matter.
Chair, can I indicate that we are supporting the intervention?
Please, you've made your point. We've heard
yes.
that. You are Councillor Simonyo, you are disrupting our meeting, please.
Yes, I just wanted to say
no,
that
you don't have to, please. You don't have to. You've registered your point, we've heard you. Otherwise, you are disrupting the and we are going to lock you out. We are going to request admin to lock you out and not return to the speaking. Please. We've heard you, you said you object what these two first colonial parties are saying, and that you support the intervention. That's what you said. We've heard you loud and clear. Now, please, honorable councillors, I know that some of these issues are emotional to you. You feel very, very much emotional about them. But please allow us to do our job. Allow us to do our job independent without putting a lot of pressure to us, because that pressure will not bear any results. I beg you, please. The next person on the platform after the SACP is the Freedom Fund Plus. Over to you, sir.
Speaker, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm giving.
Speaker, am I audible?
Do we have Freedom Front Plus here?
Yes, Speaker.
Yes, good.
Can I carry on?
Yes, you can go
Okay.
on. Introduce
Okay.
yourself.
I'm Theo de Toey from the Freedom Front Plus. Chair, I actually rejected this intervention right from the beginning, and the MEC told me in no uncertain terms that he made up his mind he's going to put Metsimaholo under administration. My argument was if everybody is just doing their bit, their work, as per their job descriptions, we do not need intervention from government or Section 139. Two administrators was placed there in Sasolburg. The MM was reinstated. Although there was no acting, no directors, that is the doing of the ANC SACP alliance. And we had, I don't know who did the mathematics here, but somebody gave 38% the previous year, and this year is 31%. And to top it all, 27 million rand was returned to government, which was not spent by the administrators. We are spiraling, we are in a downward spiral, second to none. Therefore, we reject this administration totally. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much. I see representative from AIC. The platform is yours. AIC, I think, is African Independent Congress. Over to you.
Thank you. Chairperson, thank you so much. Am I audible? Chairperson?
Yes, you are.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for the platform. Okay, thank you for the platform, Chairperson. Chairperson, my take to this matter was that, like you correctly said, Chairperson, that the matter, it's really a matter that has cost us a lot. Chairperson, to start with, yes, in the beginning of 2018 to 2019, we had challenges. We had a major challenge. For one of the challenges that the MEC has just alluded to clearly, to say that the council meetings was not taking place, was not sitting very well. And in that regard, we couldn't take decisions for service delivery. And yes, we were saying that perhaps maybe how about the intervention of the province? We were sober to say we want the intervention of the province, so that perhaps maybe more especially if the government can bring us perhaps maybe the senior managers, where we are struggling the most. But however, Chairperson, this intervention has come in, as you correctly said, that from last year in February until now. The process has not gone on, Chairperson. Our problem is that, our challenge is that they should have done their job and go and leave the municipality with its own affairs. They were here to appoint the senior managers, however, they haven't done that. My point is just clear as it is, Chair. We needed them before, but now they should have done what they were here for and leave the municipality with its own affairs. So it's my take, Chairperson. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much for the submission. I see that is a conversation called MCA. I think it's Metsimaholo. I don't know what, but for safety's sake, I call it MCA. Over to you.
Thank you, Chair. Just for a brief introduction, I am Councillor Vuyo Lennox Mashia, representing the Metsimaholo Community Association. And indeed, in terms of the intervention of Section 139(1)B, I think it's very important for us to also note a number of facts as opposed to some of the things that have been reported. This particular council of Metsimaholo has in the year 2020, in the 2019, sorry, requested for support from provincial government. It is a council resolution that has led to that particular move by the province sending a person who's going to assist in terms of capacity enhancement of the municipality. And in the process, it had happened that for the support that we have requested from the province, that ultimately measures were taken by some political parties to ensure that that support function does not get to see the light of day. And ultimately, that led to a number of things, including failure to appoint directors, failure for expenditure on a number of things like municipal infrastructure grants that had to be used by the municipality. And of course, there came also an issue of non-attendance of council meetings. But then the intervention happened as of 2020. And we are now at a stage whereby, as has been announced by the MEC, at the completion of the appointment of senior managers, that process is nearing completion. And our view is that for intervention to come in must have been as a result of failure by the municipal council to have met certain executive obligations. And that has also been tested in the courts, and I don't want to really delve into that. And for that matter, we are saying we are in support of intervention. Moreover, with this particular imperative of ensuring that senior managers are appointed. And once that particular process is done and whatever other imperative is alongside it is done, should be then that the provincial government can then step back. But as of the moment, we know for a fact that there is still a process of senior managers to be appointed, which is pending and not complete. And it is the competence at the moment of the provincial government through the administrator, that particular issue must be completed. And we are saying, let's let it be completed. And as soon as interventional imperatives have been completed, then can provincial government step away. That will be our submission as the MCA chair. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. The Democratic Alliance, the DA.
Thank you, Chair. It's Councillor Barnard from the Democratic Alliance, the official opposition in the Metsimaholo Local Municipality. We also reject this intervention with the utmost disrespect that we can get. It's untrue what the MEC says that we did not attend council meetings. I remember very clearly the day that the MEC came to council to inform us about the intervention under Section 139(1)B. We specifically asked him about the terms of reference, and he could not give us those answers. We also asked the question about did he notify the NCOP and Minister Kokta, Mr. Dlamini Zuma? He could not answer, and well, he couldn't answer because the speaker collapsed the meeting. He adjourned the meeting before the answers could be answered. The questions could be answered. So it's untrue what they say about the council meetings. I think it's a very poor performance from the MEC to ask for another intervention because they did not complete their task which they were set out to do. We're on the verge of appointing directors, and I cannot see the use of them to put us under intervention again. Thank you.
Thank you very much, DA. The ANC.
Thank you very much, Chair, and all honorable members, leaders present today. My name is Councillor Lucas Fisher. I'm the Chief Whip of the ANC in Metsimaholo. I'll first start by saying, Chair, as the ANC, it was us that requested that the MEC assist us in seconding an official to a municipality through support. I need to indicate that it was the council that's why it was even resolved in a council meeting to say we need support. But I think this is where yourselves, honorable members, that where you need to assist us, because we had different interpretation of support. As the council and councillors, we thought that requesting a support, it was the provincial government will send us officials that will come and assist us in where we're lacking. But it turned different because the council never thought that the person that will be seconded will then become a municipal manager. That's where the conflict started. That's why there was a case between us and the MEC to say, but the MEC, we requested support. We did not request you taking over the municipality, because by seconding an official and then that official becoming a municipal manager, then it's a problem. It is also contrary, honorable members, that the MEC is saying we are appointing middle managers to act as section 56 or 57 managers. Even today, the administration team that is here has appointed those managers, the very same managers that we are appointing, and we're told that they are not qualifying to become section 56 managers. They are currently being appointed. Your acting director for corporate, it is Mr. Stiano, who was many times appointed by that council, Mr. Mojela for LED, Mr. Gino for social services. Those are still our internal managers that the administration team has also appointed currently. And unfortunately, the council was appointing them for 3 months, but the administration has appointed them for a year now. So we're not even sure to say when you are under 139, and then there is no regards for all other laws of the country. Is that the case? Because in our case, we are appointing these acting directors on the rotation process. The other one will take 3 months. After 3 months, that will appoint the other one. But since the administration team has arrived, those laws have changed. These directors that are currently acting, they have been acting since last year. It's now a year that they've been acting. So we're not sure if when we're under administration, then all other laws are not regarded. Now, the last point that I also want to make, and we also need clarity from yourselves, honorables. Regulations are very clear in terms of how do you go about appointing senior managers in the municipality. And in this process, MMCs and councillors were not involved, were not even part of the process when appointing these senior managers. We have a recommendation. The council was supposed to sit last week Friday, but it was called off. But our challenge as councillors is that the report is ready. The team was prepared by the administrator to say who would be the chair of that panel and members of that panel, but except councillors of Metsimaholo, of course. But the report has been prepared, and now it has to come to councillors and council of Metsimaholo for approval. And this way we find it very strange to say, but you said you are not involving us in the process of appointing directors. But towards the end of it, you are then bringing it back to us councillors, and then it's us now that must appoint. So we're not sure, Chair. We just need that clarity, and I'll be happy, very happy, if I can get this clarity today to say when you are under 139, there is no regard for all other laws. You just do as you wish because you are under administration. Then the council does not have a say. That's where we have a problem. But nevertheless, the biggest challenge we have now is that the very same team that was sent to come and assist us out of these problems that they are saying we had. These are the people that have been shortlisted for the director post, the Section 56 manager. So they've developed an interest in the municipality. They came here to come and assist the municipality out of its problems. But the challenge we are seeing, Chair, is that when you check those names that were shortlisted, that went for the interviews, are the very same team that was sent by the MEC to come and assist us. Those are the names now that want to stay in the municipality forever, and we're not sure if that is also correct, that when you are sent as a member of the team, you also have a right to apply. So we'll be happy if we get those clarities. But nevertheless, Chair, we support the intervention. We only needed to get clarity in terms of law to say, but when we're under administration, does it mean we no longer have a say in that council? Thank you very much.
Okay, I hear you. Which political party have not invited to speak? Before I take Sam and Imatu, which political party has not been afforded the opportunity to speak? I don't want to suppress anyone and to be accused that we are biased in our dealings. Okay, can I invite Imatu first? Imatu, address us. Hello? Imatu, address us. Samu, over to you.
No, thanks, Chairperson. My name is Tisetso Mahlati, the Provincial Secretary of SAMU, representing our constituency in Metsimaholo. I'll try within the time that you gave us to summarize our issues. But our presentation will be mainly on substantiveness of the invoking of Section 139(1)B in Metsimaholo. I think there are pointers that we need to highlight that makes one municipality to be placed under intervention. And one is that of the governance, which include your political infightings, the conflict in top management and so forth. And one will be the financial implications. And lastly, the service delivery as enshrined in Section 152 and 153 of the Constitution, of which we believe that the governance in a municipality under a collusion, it remains vulnerable and compromises proper service delivery to the communities and compromises the labor stability in any institution. And we want to remind people from Metsimaholo that things have not been normal, and that municipality to us is still a fragile one under collusion. And whilst there are pointers also that we need to highlight under Section 139, but we want to say that the presence of the intervention has assisted stability at some point in that municipality. And to us as some, it will be early to withdraw that intervention at the moment because things are turning out. Of course, there are issues that need to be addressed, like the filling of vacancies of senior management, which need to be prioritized. But I think if the intervention is withdrawn, we'll be retracing the the progress that has been made. And we will go back to the situation that we had in the past 2019. So it's our view that the intervention must conclude its work and ensure that there's a proper provision of service delivery and there's a capacity in administration of the municipality. But one thing that we need to highlight from the COCTA is that their monitoring process is very weak and made the intervention to be questionable. And the resources that they are providing in any municipalities that they have placed under intervention need to improve, and the reporting intervals so that we are able to monitor and ensure there's progress and address issues that are outstanding. Therefore, as some, we appeal that the intervention be given time to finalize its work, and there's stability and labor peace currently in Metsimaholo. Thank you, Chair.
Thank you very much, Piers, for your submission. Imatu, once more. Imatu, once more. Yes, because of the nature of the matter at hand, what we are going to do is that I will afford members of parliament to ask clarity-seeking questions. I repeat, only clarity-seeking questions where you don't or you didn't understand what was placed before you. I think we must start there. Let's avoid preambles, long speeches, comments that we will do after when we engage in the discussion about what we think we need to do. But for now, only strict questions. Let's ask questions to any of the players or parties or stakeholder who spoke this afternoon. Yes, let's do that, honorable members. I will go one by one. When I give you that opportunity as a member of parliament, I will allow you to ask questions, and when you are done, you get the responses, and then I go to the next member of parliament so that we become clearer in our approach. Over to you, honorable members.
Chair.
I don't see any member raising their hand.
Honorable Msimanga, member of Provincial Legislature.
What do you want to do? Yes, what is it exactly that you want to do? Because this opportunity, Mr. Malefan, is meant for members of the NCOP who must make a decision. Unless what you want to do, you want to make a comment that you want to place forward a comment that will help the committee in its deliberation. That I will allow, but asking questions, I don't want to. I'm reluctant, very reluctant to do so.
You are reluctant when I'm asking a clarity-seeking question, Chair?
Yes, when you're asking any of the members clarity-seeking questions, those who have spoken. But I agree you are not a member of the NCOP, you are a member of the provincial legislature, as I understand.
Yes.
Yes, in that sense. Last week I was all over the news because one member of the National Assembly wanted to get into the meeting of the NCOP. It was a tussle. The same situation will apply here. When you are a member of another house of parliament in the provincial legislature, you firstly have to tell me that you are in the meeting. And having told me that you are in the meeting, you will ask me a permission to speak, and I will restrict you if I want to give you that opportunity. And in this particular instance, I would allow you to speak and not to ask questions.
Chair, I think the clarity seeking question that I was gonna ask, it was gonna help the meeting.
Yeah, just from.
But if chair does not allow me to speak, I will not insist on talking, but I think it was one. Yeah, I wanted to ask a clarity seeking question.
I want to allow you to speak, but not to ask questions. Remember, if I was to engage with you, I would start by saying the provincial legislature of the Free State has failed to do its work of oversight. That is why
which is not true, Chair.
Yes, okay. That I'm saying I would go to that extent because it is your job per se as a provincial legislature to engage with the municipalities. And now you can't hijack our platform and want to ask questions when you have the opportunity and the possibility as a member of the legislature to call the stakeholders in Metsimaholo. It's not fair for us. Not fair.
Of which we did, Chair.
Yeah, then I'm not arguing with you. Either you
okay, Chair. No, it's fine. It's fine, Chair.
Yes, okay. Okay. Okay, before that, I've omitted an important stakeholder in the name of Salga. Salga, are you there? So that I afford you an opportunity to speak. Before I take questions, I had omitted an important stakeholder, Salga. If he's not there, I'm proceeding. Over to you, honorable members. I see the hand of Honorable Karen Fesser. Yes, and that followed by Honorable Sileku. In that order.
Okay.
Ask specific questions. You ask questions, we give a party or a stakeholder an opportunity to respond to your questions, and then go to the next member of parliament. All right, thanks.
Am I audible?
Yes, you are. You are.
Okay. Chair, first and foremost, if I listen objectively, and I'm so thankful that you allowed all these councillors and stakeholders to be present this afternoon. Because if I listen objectively to what is going on here, I do not think there is a reason for an intervention. First, interventions we know does not work, especially such a short time.
Honorable Officer, please, with due respect, I want questions. If you don't have questions, something that was said that you didn't understand, so just questions. Please, we are going to deliberate. I will afford you more time and more opportunity to speak your mind, to speak what you see. If you are covered and you don't have any question, you are ready to speak, to engage, say so that we skip you. I'm sure you are ready. We have exhausted this issue for a very long time. You know that. I'm sure you are satisfied with what you heard. I want people who don't understand anything from the parties and ask questions so that we clarify. If not, let us go to the discussion. If there are no questions, it's okay. Let us deliberate. But I want specific questions because I don't want when we deliberate, there is something that we don't understand and that something that confuses you. And when we have the opportunity to ask the players here and now, something that you don't understand. Only questions, please, with the greatest respect. Thanks.
Okay, what I want to know is, I want to know about the executive obligations. I want to know, did they table the budget? Is the budget funded? Was the ST-BIP, the IDP, all these relevant documents, were it tabled in council? Do they have regular council meetings and portfolio meetings? If they don't, what is the reason for that? And what political party then is every time breaking up or not attending meeting or or not complying with their statutory obligations, because that's a disciplinary story. Okay, then also what we want to need to know is, do they collect revenue? Do they deliver services? Water, sanitation, refuse removal, all those things. Are those things functioning? If those are functioning and they do revenue collection, and let us get also the percentage of revenue collection they are collecting currently, and do they have administrative problems with in the accounts department or in electricity or whatever, one of those things that does not work well in the municipality to deliver services. Thank you, sir.
So your question is directed to you?
My question is directed to the MM, to the mayor, to the leader of the opposition, and to the other parties. We need to know from each and every one of them if they concur on, is the budget tabled? Yes. Okay, then everybody is yes. But so that we know that things happen, that it's just not from one side, but from all sides.
I suggest that we allow the mayor to do that in case that there is a dispute by any member of the opposition party can speak. Otherwise, if one of them is going to again, it means it's about 9 parties speaking on one question. I suggest that you allow that we give one person, either the mayor or the MM, to speak, and if there is any dispute, any party can object to that thing. Over to you, Your Worship, the mayor, in response to the questions. Is the mayor in the house? Where is the mayor of this city?
Good afternoon, Chairperson.
Yes, over to you. Respond to as questions as asked.
No, thank you very much, Chairperson, and greetings to the honorable members. Yes, let me respond to the questions that has been raised currently. I'm Councillor Lindiwe Shongwe, the Executive Mayor of Metsimaholo Local Municipality. We have approved the budget on the 31st of May. Our budget is not really a funded budget, but we have also approved the recovery plan in ensuring that we increase our revenue in particular. We have referred back the SDP. The reason being, which has been outlined here, is because we were in the verge of appointing the senior managers, and we've said, before we can even table this SDP, let's allow because we are fully aware of the completion of this exercise of appointment of the Section 56 managers, so that we can enter into an agreement with them, then they can continue. We still have a time to do that, as our budget is starting on the 1st of July. So that is the process that we're gonna engage on. We are sitting at, I believe, on 68% of our revenue collection.
The adoption of the IDP?
We have approved and adopted both. We have approved the budget. We have adopted our IDP as well on the same date, of the 31st of May.
Okay.
2021. Yes.
Thank you very much. And
thanks.
Any party that wants to dispute anything that the mayor said is free to do that. This is factual. It's okay. We can then move to the next one. Yes, they will move along those lines. Unlike giving individual party to say something in this respect. The next questions will come from Honorable Sileti.
Good afternoon, Chair, to the MEC and to the members and to different political parties. Chair, mine is just very short questions of clarity as per your guidance, Chair. Chair, I get a sense that it's not directed to any particular organization, but to every organization that has spoken on this particular platform. One question is that I get a sense that a majority of them are it's saying that they are doing well on their own. One would just want to get a clarity in terms of have they been doing well before the administrator, or have they been doing well due to the assistance given to them by the administration or by the administrator? Just to clarify that one, Chair. And Chair, also the allegation that has been said by, I think, one of the ANC members or councillors on the platform is that, or I'm not sure about the support team that was seconded by Province. Can you just maybe give us more information in terms of how many of the people that have been seconded by the provincial department that have been shortlisted for these senior positions? Because I get a sense that there are members or some councillors that feel that the department wants to capture this municipality by appointing, some of the support team that they have seconded to this particular municipality. Let's get information in that regard, and how many of those individuals have been accepted. Thank you, Chair.
Yes, the first question, any political party that wants to speak. The second one, specifically directly to the ANC on the allegation made. Any party that wants to comment on the first one?
Is the ANC, Lucas Fisher, Chair, responding?
Okay,
Yes.
Okay, let me firstly give, speak on the two questions, please.
Okay. Thanks, Chair. We've been doing well, Chair, since the administration team has arrived. There's been some stability rather than before, when we had a lot of arguments and council meeting not sitting well before the administration team arrived. But I must indicate that the stability that is here, it is because of we've chose to do so, because we're sidelined, we're not even sitting. I can tell you now, Chair, that the meetings that are sitting of council, it's only compliance meeting, your budget meeting, your where we are supposed to comply in terms of law. But ordinary items of the council are not sitting, are not even coming to council. The last ordinary council sitting for this year was early this year, even around January, if not mistaken, February. That was the last ordinary council sitting. We're only sitting on special council sitting. The last one we had on Friday was supposed to be number 9 special council sitting. But to answer on the question that was directed to the ANC, yes, on the technical director, Mr. Voyo, who was part of the team that was sent to Metsimaholo, has been shortlisted. On finance for the CFO, the current acting CFO that has been sent by the administration team has also been shortlisted. Those two have been shortlisted, and I'm sure about it. Thank you, Chair.
All right, thank you very much. I see the hand of Mr. MJ Kikana.
Thank you, my chairperson, my honorable chairperson. It is not true that we were not doing well before, after administration. The issue, all the issues started after the administrators come there. They've brought a lot of confusion, whereby some of them, they were administrators, then there were 10 municipal managers. Some of them were developed a lot of interest in those advertised positions, like it was now alluded. So administration brought a lot of confusion because of majority of them. They came there just to, to capture, to be clear. They just want to capture the municipality via appointments of the directors. And there's an evidence to that as far as the chief whip of ANC has alluded, because we thought that they are coming there as objectively as possible, only to find that they are coming there eyeing those vacant positions, chairperson. So administration is the one that brought us problem. And also the suspension of the municipal manager also gave us a problem, because he was doing well up until he was at check out. But now that he's back, there's a lot of stability. He's a man that actually steering the ship very, very nice. Thank you, Chairperson.
All right, thank you very much. Honorable Professor, I see your hand up. You still want to ask a question? Or is that an old one?
Yeah, I forgot to lower it.
Oh, lower it then. Okay. Yes. I have some few questions. One is directed, the first one is directed to the MEC. MEC, the allegation is that the administrator you sent to Metsimaholo later became an acting MM. Is that true? MEC?
Thank you, Honorable Chair. It's true, Council did appoint the administrator to be the acting MM. This was on the, October 2019, where Council took a decision, and there was a vote of 22 versus 19 and one apology.
Appointing an administrator that you have appointed to become
Not an administrator. Not an administrator, Chair. The municipality at the time was not under administration.
Yes. No,
Yeah. It was not an administration. It was a support of Section 154, and the council then took the incumbent to be their acting MM. At the time, the municipality was not under administration.
Yes, irrespective of the decision of the council, that was unlawful. Isn't it so?
No, it's not. It's
Yes,
not. You support an official to a municipality through Section 154.
Yes.
And how the municipality decides to utilize the person in terms of skills, capacity, efficiency, to advance and implement its decisions and programs. I think it's appropriate to how they decide to use that person.
Yes, but here understand 154. 154 means the provincial government supporting a municipality. And there are different ways of doing that. And part of it is by seconding officials, is by giving them resources, is by strengthening the capacity of a municipality to do its work. And as I understand here, a person who sent to a municipality to support a municipality becomes its accounting office. That is how I understand it to be. And I thought perhaps that is not permissible. You saying that that is allowed. It's possible.
Chairperson, yes, I think I really understand where you come from, but I honestly haven't seen any illegality around that issue. Remember, the council is the, sorry, Chair?
As I understand, you as the provincial government, you exercise your right to support the municipalities. Once that person is in the municipality, is no longer part of the provincial team, he's part of the municipality because that person is the accounting officer of the municipality. He now reports directly to council. When he came as part of the team of the provincial government, and these are two distinct independent spheres of government. Your role is to support a municipality that is struggling, But when this support comes in, translates into the actual real implementer, because that person is now the accounting officer of a municipality. This person, by virtue of being an acting MM, he reports direct to council. And even if that can be done through the vote, I just want you to clear my understanding. This is how I understand the situation.
Thanks, Chair.
Yes. The second question.
Firstly, Chair, can I also maybe try to reply in a manner that says, firstly, it's not illegal. Secondly, the council has a right to take a decision. It's the highest decision making institution. And if they so decide that, remember many municipalities, especially here in the Free State, some do not have even capacity to draw special skills. And many other people don't even favor to go to remote areas. And in such instances, we have been able to support people through Section 154 to support municipalities. And if they so do, also decides that the capacity you have given us, we want to utilize it in this way, until such time that we finally appoint a permanent person. The municipality has that right, and they can exercise that right, and it is not illegal.
And that person who's active remains an official of the provincial government.
Remember, there are two elements here.
Let's not justify. The only exercise is to get clarity, is to clarify myself, because I'm going to engage like all other members of parliament in the deliberation. All that I want to get a sense that an official of the provincial government who's in the payroll of the provincial government is in terms of the statutory and constitutional role of the provincial government deployed in a municipality to support municipality as per the dictates of Section 154 of the Constitution. When that person is there, council thinks that this is a good person, he's capable, and this person must become the acting municipal manager, and that there is a vote that ensues. Those who say this person must be an acting municipal manager, they are in the majority, and now this person is no longer supporting the municipality in terms of the requirement of Section 154. He's now the accounting officer reporting directly to council. That's the clarity that I wanted to obtain more than any other vote. I got that clarity. Understand, this is a situation. I can deliberate and engage. This is the understanding. And understand there could be a reason why people go to one municipality or another and all of that. But there's a clarity that I have. I'm clear where I sit. I'm clear in terms of what happened. The second question.
Chair, if you can allow me on that one, I think you captured it correctly.
Yeah.
And I agree fully with the manner in which you are putting it. Except that I want to persuade you to take it still as a support, even if they utilize that person in any capacity. It would still be support from us.
Okay.
Thanks, Chair. Thanks, Chair.
Okay. The next question is, the team that you seconded to the municipality, is it true that some members of that team applied for senior positions in the municipalities? Is it true? Has that happened? I know that it is their right to do so, but these people are seconded to a municipality to a part of the function, as we eloquently said it last week, is to support and ensure the filling of critical positions in the municipality. Is it true, as straightforward as that some of those people exercise their constitutional right and apply for top senior management positions in the municipal Council of Metsimaholo. Is that true?
Yes, it's true, Chair. It's true. They exercise their constitutional right as citizens of the country. Thanks, Chair. They did.
How many are they?
2. It was 2 who have applied that I know of. It's 2 that has applied.
Okay.
Out of a team of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The other one passed on, so it's 5.
Okay.
Thank you.
Going to the ANC in the municipality. In the municipality.
Chairperson.
Who wants to speak? I'm still on the platform. It's my turn to ask questions. Mr. Abraham Mutauli, it's my turn to ask questions. ANC, as I understand, you say you requested the provincial government for support in terms of 154. And instead of supporting you, the provincial government intervened in terms of section 139. Is that the case? And tell us, how did that happen, if that is the case?
No, thank you, Chair. Let me explain, Chair. It's so unfortunate that today I'll have to differ and provide evidence to what I'm saying, because there's a letter coming from the MEC himself instructing us that he's appointing, he's sending us Mr. Tebo Manel as an acting MM of the municipality. The way he's explaining it to you, as if maybe it was us, the council, that chose that decision. It is not true, and we have evidence to that regard, that correspondences from his office instructing us to appoint Mr. Manel as acting MM of the municipality. It was not the choice of the municipality, and we have evidence to that regard, including everybody in the municipality. There is those communication to ourselves, and if we are provided with a platform to send those communication from the office of the MEC, we can do so and provide the sitting with that chair. And it was unfortunate that we are doing this myself as the leader of the ANC in the municipality.
Answer the question. Answer my question. That was not my question. I know I can hear that you want to elaborate on the engagement with the MEC. It's okay, but answer my question. You requested support in terms of 154. Instead of getting 154, you got 139.
Yes. What happened, Chair, is that we requested 154. We requested support, and then after we received an instruction to appoint the said person as acting MM, the council then said, no, this is not what we have requested. And immediately after that, then the MEC decided to say that because you are now refusing 139, I'm now putting 154, I'm now putting you on 139. That is what has happened. 139 did not came objective, it came as a punishment to us because we refused 154 the way MEC was expecting us to do it.
But now you say you are happy with 139. That's what you said.
No, I said improvement. There have been some improvement and stability since the administration has been here. That I did indicate, and it is an honest assessment for myself.
As I understand, you said you are happy with what you are now happy with 139.
Yes, there has been an improvement. That's why I said there has been an improvement, but we only needed clarity to say that when we are on 139, does it mean you don't regard all other laws of this country? Is that the case?
Okay. Okay, thank you very much. Honorable members, no, I see hands here. Who was provoked by who? Who was provoked by who? Where we are okay. We afforded you the opportunity. You spoke to us. We allowed you to address us. We followed these engagements with some questions that we didn't understand properly. now we do understand where we stand. I see some hands. And I'm not fond of suppressing people, but these hands must be the hands that really, really help us, because there's no question on the table. I don't know what will this hands be for. I see the hand of Thabo Mabasa, Sefabo, and Lebohang Semonyo. If you are not helping us, because there is no question on the table by members of parliament, I'm going to unfortunately suppress you, honorable councillors. What these hands are for? Your worship, Thabo Mabasa.
Yes, I'm the speaker of the municipality. I think I must clarify one thing here. Chair. One, it is true that we requested support from the MEC, and we also direct that we need a person who can fill the position of acting MM, because at that time we did not have directors, and in terms of our policy, to act as an MM, you must be at least one level lower, a director. And then the MEC responded to us by giving us Ndadete Womanele. And we took that item to council. And there was a vote in that matter where 21 councillors agreed that Ndadete Manele can act as can be the acting MM. That is the situation. He was not imposed by MEC to us. It was our request, and it was the decision of the council where councillors voted and accepted Ndadete Manele. I just wanted to clarify that thing. Thank you very much.
Okay. Ndadete Semonyo of the SACP, I think.
Thank you, Chair. I think the speaker has covered me, because that is what I know actually happened. We were not forced. In fact, it is us who recommended that Mr. Thabo Manele should actually be the acting municipal manager. I think he has covered me a lot. Thank you, Chair.
Well, I thank you very much, all of you. Moss?
Chair, can I just ask one question of clarity?
Again.
Yeah, just one issue that has been risen that arose that I need to clarify. Can I continue, Chair?
Yes, quick one.
Yeah, it's very sweet and short, Chair. I just need to get the clarity. When the administrator that was seconded in terms of section 154 was appointed as the acting MM, was it after or before the MM was suspended? Thank you very much.
Straightforward. Can we get the response on that? Speaker, can we get the response on that?
Thank you, Chair. It was after the MM was suspended.
Okay, just on that point, because this is going to inform part of our engagement. At what point did Mr. Manele, Tebogo Manele, became an administrator in terms of section 139? Is that my understanding correct, that he came as part of the support of 154? You voted and got 21 votes to appoint him the acting MM, and that later the provincial government invoked section 139, and in that 139 he now became the administrator. Is that the understanding?
Yes, it's correct, Chair.
He came into 154, became the acting municipal manager, he became the administrator. At the time that he became the administrator, in terms of section 139, 1B, he ceased to be the municipal manager.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes, it's
And
correct.
then the position of municipal manager became vacant.
Yes, and Ntate Mati was appointed to be, he was part of the team and he was appointed to be the acting municipal manager. And he
Okay.
acted until the MM came back.
Okay. Now to my administrative team, Moss.
Chairperson.
Is this meeting live streamed on 408?
Yes, Chairperson.
At the moment, is it live?
Yes, Chairperson.
Okay, fine. If it is live, Honorable Councillor of Metsimaholo, it is our turn to deliberate. We are going to adjourn this meeting for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, we are going to engage on the deliberations. I request you, because we don't want a lot of disruptions. I urge you that don't lock in the meeting. That's my proposal. It's a proposal. Instead, view our engagements in channel 48 or in YouTube or live streaming when we come back after 10 minutes. The time is 10 to 4. We are going to resume this meeting at 4 o'clock, where we are going to engage. Now it's the time for the members of parliament to engage, because this report must serve before parliament. I think it's tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct, Chair.
Tomorrow it must serve before, and I don't want these interjections and interruptions when members are engaging on the report. Yes, and that will help us to freely and nicely engage. And I advise that please check 48. But if some of you feel very strong that you want to remain here, you can remain without causing a meeting to degenerate or to be out of order. Yes. Thank you very much. 10 minutes. Let's come back at 4. Thanks. I've just spoken to Moss.
Recording in progress.
I was saying that let's resume our meeting. I've just spoken to Moss, our administrator. Moss is saying that before we engage with the report, he's busy compiling the inputs of all the stakeholders so that at the end of the day, we must then capture the inputs which were only presented here this afternoon. And he's saying that it can only be done after 30 minutes. I don't know whether am I delaying you or what, but I think in all fairness, we'll have to wait for 30 minutes before we deliberate on the whole report. It should be done in 30 minutes time. If you agree, we can resume the meeting at 4:30, not at 4.
Okay.
Honorable Nkosi?
Chair?
Yes?
It's Honorable Nkosi.
Yes, you're on the platform.
Yeah, Chair, thank you very much. Greetings to your good self and other members of the portfolio. Chair, I think it's very much proper for us to wait for those for that report, because it will be much easier for us to deliberate when we get all the issues raised. I think it's proper. I fully support what you are saying. Let's resume at 4:30. Thank you very much.
Yeah, no, it's okay. Yes, I think it's proper. Let's wait until 4:30. 4:30, we will then deliberate on the full report and see the views of all the stakeholders. All right, thank you very much, then, honorable members. And just the point that I made on earlier about the stakeholders. If some people feel very much strong that they want to remain in a meeting, they can, provided that they are not going to disturb us when we deliberate on this sensitive matter of Metsimaholo. They can remain. I'm not chasing anyone away from the meeting. I was just saying, just for convenience and the smooth operating, because earlier on you can remember that there was a lot of hula balloon disruptions, some councillors forgetting that they are now in parliament in a meeting of a parliamentary committee, maybe thinking that they are still in the council chambers. That's how they were doing things, and it was only on those bases. But other than that, I don't have any reason. If people feel that they want to remain here in the meeting, they're okay, as long as when we deliberate, they are not going to inconvenience and disturb us, because this meeting must flow to its logical conclusion. Yes, we're waiting. We'll wait until 4:30. Okay, fine.
Recording stopped.
This municipality issue is very serious.
Hey, Mtsamai.
No, the problem is serious. I just want to watch and see.
for one stakeholder, Imatu's input. I'm done with other stakeholders. I will need only 3 minutes to capture Samu input, Chair.
And then you'll be done.
I'll be done, Chairperson. Everything has been consolidated nicely, but yeah.
You want
in
how
terms
many
of
minutes?
continuum. Chair?
Okay, fine. Let's wait 3 minutes. We give you 3 minutes.
So, Chair?
We give you 3 minutes.
Okay, Chairperson.
can be extended.
Yes, can I request Moss, Fuad and the team, please facilitate that process for us, please, urgently. Thank you for alerting us. Parliament must give us more time to sort out all of these issues.
Chairperson, good
Hello?
afternoon, Chairperson. It's Fuad.
Yes, Fuad.
We got the report.
We can't hear you very well, Fuad.
Can I put it up on the screen?
The report. What must you put up on the screen?
Yeah.
Moss, can you fly the report if it is ready so that we start with the meeting?
Okay,
We need to
Chairperson.
finalize. We can't be sitting.
Yeah, Mr. Fuad is putting it on to share with members, Chairperson.
Hello? Commercial?
Can you share the report? The chairperson is waiting for the report. Share it.
More
Chairperson.
from the first page. Let's start from the first page.
Okay. Mr. Holiday. Mr. Holiday. First page. First page.
Almost
First page.
everything, but
Yeah, first page. Go down. Go up.
Jefferson.
hello?
Jefferson, I think host is back.
To fly the report on the screen. Mouse, fly the report, please.
Jefferson,
Yes.
I don't know what's happening with the host of the meeting because it seems to have defaulted to me. But I suspect they're having connectivity problems to flag the report.
1, 2, 3.
Can you connect now? Connect.
4,
Is it try to connect? Connect.
Moss, what is the problem?
Chairperson, Mr. Holiday is trying to connect, but the system is not accepting him, but it's connecting now as we speak. Because the report has been emailed to him to share with the meeting chair, but only one, let me see. Yeah, it's connecting chair. Mr. H, are you connecting? Yeah, I'm connecting now, yes. Okay, okay.
Recording in progress.
I'm going to read it very quickly so that we place everything on the record. This is a report of the Select Committee on Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Water, Sanitation and Human Settlement on retabling of notice of intervention issued in terms of Section 1391B of the Constitution in Metsimaholo Local Municipality on the 3rd of June 2021. Point 1, dealing with the background, the Select Committee on Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, Water, Sanitation and Human Settlement, having considered the request by the National Council of Provinces to consider and report on the retabling of notice of intervention invoked in Metsimaholo Local Municipality in terms of Section 1391B of the Constitution, the Select Committee reports as follows. On 24 December 2020, the Free State MEC of the Department of Cooperative Governance and Traditional Affairs, can we move please the report? Moss. No, but move with me as I read.
Recording stopped.
This report has disappeared again. What is wrong with you guys?
Chair, it seems that they've disconnected, Chair.
This is sabotage. Who disconnected me?
Chairperson.
No,
Chairperson.
Yes.
There seems to be a problem with the network with Mr. Holiday, who's the sharer of the report.
And flight it. In case that there is a report that we are experiencing with him, one of you must be the co-host and continue with the flight of the report. Well, I know. I just also experienced load shedding where I am.
Yeah, can you enable me so that I can share the report of the meeting? Enable me.
Robert, Robert, what's happening and where are you? Yeah. Okay. Okay, sure.
Chairperson, can I propose something? If it's okay with everybody.
Yes.
Chair, can I propose that
Yes.
we get email the report and or send it on WhatsApp, so that you're able to.
And then meet for Moss is Moss on the line. Moss,
Yes, Chair, can you send it through WhatsApp and the email ASP?
No, wait, Moss. Are you
Okay.
there? Yeah.
Chairperson?
Tomorrow we have a meeting.
Yes, Chair.
Moss, answer me. Tomorrow we have a
Chairperson?
meeting tomorrow.
Yeah, we've got a meeting at 2 o'clock with KZN, Chairperson.
Why don't we table this report after KZN meeting?
Yeah, it is possible, Chair, or not unless with your permission. I can schedule a 10 o'clock meeting with your permission, Chair. Just take 5 minutes and adopt the report.
There's a sitting of the house tomorrow at.
Oh, it can't.
Recording in progress.
Okay, Chairperson. We can adopt the report, let's say, by quarter to 2 tomorrow. We take 5 minutes to adopt the report so that we can start for a 2 o'clock meeting with KZN and MEC. With your permission.
No, you don't know what's going to happen in the house. We may drag in the house.
Okay,
Moss.
Chair. Okay,
Tomorrow.
Chair.
What time, in terms of the program of the house, what time are we finishing tomorrow? No, we will deal with the report after our scheduled meeting with the MEC or day comes. Let's try for the last time. We need to finish off this thing, man. We need to finish it off.
Sure.
Yes, I'm not going to go into deeper, okay, because I was reading because members of parliament have not received this report. Again, it's gone.
It's gone, Chairperson.
No, come on. This meeting is adjourned until tomorrow at 2 o'clock after our meeting with the MEC of Cooperative in KZN. We will then table this report for consideration by the committee. So now, until we meet tomorrow.
Yes, I'm in. I'm in now.
Thank you, Chair.
Agreed, Chair.
Okay, are you going to drop it tomorrow?
Thank you.
Oh, okay. I'm in. I tried it with my phone now.
See you tomorrow.
So, are you gonna? It's gonna take on tomorrow.
Chairperson, please send us the report, Chair. Thanks.
Okay, because I think it was the internet, man. The internet, Ramos.
Yeah, but that's...
Please, let's get the report, Moss.
Honorable Kosi will send it now through WhatsApp and the email, just now.
Please, bro. Thank you. Sure.
Okay, Honorable Kosi. Yeah, okay, there's a problem. I need to advise, you know? There's someone after yeah, yeah, tell the 10 members that the election will follow through. Yeah, just say, here's the report, it didn't want to follow. So now, the content-
Record.